There is a demon inside every human being. It is not a red creature with horns, but something far more familiar: anger. It stirs when we feel disrespected, when life denies us what we think we deserve, or when someone presses the right buttons. Left unchecked, it ruins relationships, weakens character, and keeps us enslaved. But what if there were a way to destroy it, to become calm even as the world burns? Miyamoto Musashi, one of history's most legendary samurai, embodied that path. Known for winning over 60 life-or-death duels without defeat, Musashi's mastery was not just in the sword but in the stillness of his mind. He proved that true strength comes not from rage but from control. Anger as a puppet string, every outburst reveals weakness. Each time someone provokes you and you react, you hand them control. Anger does not make you powerful, it makes you predictable. Musashi understood this deeply. He trained himself to become immune to insults, to enter battle with the calmness of a monk. The Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius captured the same truth. When you are disturbed by external things, it is not they that trouble you, but your own judgment of them. To be unprovocable is to be untouchable. That was Musashi's real power. Not his blade, not his speed, but his void, his ability to act without being driven by emotion. The day anger died as a young man, Musashi dueled Arma Kihei, a highly respected swordsman. Kihei expected a formal contest with blades. Musashi arrived with nothing but a wooden stick. Laughed at and mocked, most men would have snapped. Musashi stayed silent. When the moment came, he struck swiftly and decisively, killing his opponent without anger or theatrics. That duel revealed his philosophy. Victory belongs not to those who rage, but to those who remain still, precise, and aware. Anger clouds judgment, detachment sharpens it. The psychology of the blade. Musashi's discipline extended beyond swordsmanship. He studied the mind with equal intensity. His maxim, "Do nothing which is of no use," applied most to emotion. Anger, unless channeled with precision, is almost always useless. It dulls the blade of thought. But when the mind is kept sharp and calm, it cuts through any situation. Why you get angry? Anger often grows from entitlement, the belief that people should respect us, that life should be fair, that others must behave as we wish. But this is illusion. Musashi rejected such attachments. He expected nothing from the world, living with minimal comfort, training body and soul to remain untouchable. Because he clung to nothing, no one could provoke him. Training the void. Musashi's solution was to cultivate emptiness. He embraced hardship, sleeping outdoors, eating little, and avoiding luxury. Discomfort, he believed, made the mind strong. Try it yourself. Give up a comfort, sugar, social media, or hot showers. You will discover how much of your anger was really disguised entitlement. He also practiced silence, training himself not to react. When insulted, he did not defend or explain, he simply observed. The power immediately shifted to him. Musashi also meditated on death daily. For him, death was not a fear but a companion. A man who accepts death cannot be rattled by petty inconveniences or insults. Against the backdrop of mortality, anger dissolves into irrelevance. Ego. The true enemy at its core, anger is ego. We become furious not because life is cruel, but because our pride is wounded. Musashi saw ego as weakness and starved it of fuel. He cared nothing for fame, approval, or recognition. Detached from praise or criticism, he could not be controlled. A man with no pride to defend cannot be manipulated. Insults become noise, criticism becomes data, and rejection loses its sting. When ego dies, anger dies with it. The legendary final duel. Musashi's philosophy reached its peak in his duel with Sasaki Kojiro, a celebrated swordsman renowned for elegance and deadly speed. Musashi arrived hours late, deliberately frustrating his opponent. Kojira's anger boiled over. When the duel began, Kojira lunged furiously. Musashi, calm as a stone, struck once with his wooden sword and ended the fight. That duel was more than victory, it was proof. Rage makes you reckless. Calmness makes you lethal. Musashi's code for today: you don't need to live as a samurai to practice Musashi's way. His lessons are timeless. Stop reacting. When provoked, stay silent. Watch instead of lashing out. Detach from expectation. The world owes you nothing. Seek discomfort. Train your mind through voluntary hardship. Kill the ego. Free yourself from the need for recognition. Accept death. When you embrace mortality, nothing else can rattle you. Real power lies not in rage but in composure. The quieter you are, the more unpredictable, the harder to manipulate, and the stronger you become. Musashi once wrote, "The way of the warrior is resolute acceptance of death. To live by that principle is to strip anger of its power." When you no longer fear discomfort, when you stop needing others to act as you wish, when you accept mortality with calm eyes, there is nothing left to provoke you. Anger dies. Stillness remains. And in that stillness lies unshakable power.